जय श्री माता जी। हम सब श्री माता जी को नतमस्तक होकर प्रणाम करेंगे और बंधन लेंगे। We will all bow down at the lotus feet of Shri Mataji and take bandhan. तीन महामंत्र और श्री गणेश मंत्र। अपने दोनों हाथ श्री माता जी की ओर करेंगे। पूर्ण समर्पण से श्री माता जी से प्रार्थना करेंगे। श्री माता जी, कृपा करके हमारे चित्त को शुद्ध कर दीजिए। Both hands towards Shri Mataji. With complete surrender, we'll pray. Shri Mataji, please bless us with pure attention. श्री माता जी, कृपा करके हमें आत्मा का आनंद प्रदान कीजिए। श्री माता जी, please bless us with the joy of the Spirit. चित्त सहस्त्रार में श्री माता जी, कृपा करके हमें ध्यान में निर्विचारिता प्रदान कीजिए। Attention in Sahasrar. Shri Mataji, please bless us with complete thoughtless meditative state. इसी स्थिति में श्री माता जी की अमृतवाणी सुनेंगे। We'll listen to Shri Mataji's speech in this meditative state.
But now, the time has come. You are the people who are going to change the mind of God with your good behavior. The wrathful God. You are going to please. You are going to represent that area which sucks in the compassion of God. Ask for His compassion. Do you deserve it? If you don't deserve it, who is going to deserve it in this Western world? You tell me today. You are the ones chosen for this, specially prepared for this, to create an area so that the deity of compassion should be awakened for the rest of them. The arrogance you have seen in the spread of Sahaja Yoga, what happens? We had a program where we had, say, 1,000 people. For the next follow-up, there are only 3. It's typical. I have spent most of my precious time in this country and in the West. Despite that, the arrogance sometimes baffles me. Arrogance among each other, even towards me sometimes. They are so arrogant. I cannot think of anyone being that arrogant to me as the way they are. The way they talk to me, the way they behave towards me, I just can't understand how can they be like that. It can be anyway, anywhere, anytime. Especially women. I was amazed. I went to Belgium and I found that Belgium housewives are even worse than British housewives. Oh, terrific women. Oh, just horrible. Absolutely, you just don't know how to deal with them. It's terrific. They control the whole household into their hands. I don't know how. Only I don't know how they do it. There's no. So ego-oriented, I am amazed. But if you go to America, American women are they're Amazonic. Horrible. You just can't understand. There's no love, no affection, nothing. Showing off, all the time talking about their material things. Absolutely dry sticks, I tell you. And they want realization and they want to be great and this and that. I don't know. What are they? Today is especially the day of virginity. I have really great hopes from the women of this country. Especially. Here the men don't talk at all. You see, the pattern was worst in Belgium. No man would talk a word. They cannot talk. Just poor things are just shut. They don't talk, strangled. Completely strangled by women. Believe me. Horrible. What is going to happen to that country? You see, where men can't talk and women talk. It's horrifying. Let us face it up. What have they achieved, the women there? At least in India, our Prime Minister is a woman. What are they? Good for nothing, useless, just washing utensils in the house and showing off. I just don't understand. What sacrifices they can go up to. The woman is known by the amount of sacrifices she makes. It's a challenge, I tell you, for all of you women who are realized souls to see to it that you humble down yourself. Your quality cannot improve unless and until you humble down. On everything you assert. For what? It's impossible to worship Virgin when we are so arrogant and so strangling type. The Virgin is a simple woman. She is extremely simple. She doesn't understand what are your plans and what is so important, everything. Her importance is her virginity. That she knows and she will not allow anybody to touch you. That's a property, that's a wealth, that's a greatness. And she's humble because she's not afraid of anyone. She's not aggressive. But she doesn't allow anybody to aggress. Nobody dare aggress a real virgin. A new page has been turned now in Sahaja. I must warn you all about it. Don't take liberties too much with Sahaja. You are not obliging anyone else but yourself. Be careful. Take up my warnings always seriously. You all have to come up very well now. It's not only doing my puja is going to help you, I can tell you this much. Now you better worship yourself. You have to worship all your gods within you. Cleanse them. First is the God and the goddess of humility, of innocence, of simplicity. Worship that. Unless and until you can worship that, you cannot go further. You will not be protected. Again I say that new page has been turned. Don't take liberties with Sahaja. It has bestowed all the blessings upon you. You have seen the light of the day. But be prepared for the night. Nobody should try to take liberties. Try to improve yourself. No more complaints. If you can't live in an ashram like that, you better get out of it. It's not for your convenience. Nobody is in need of you. Take it from me. Nobody is in need of you. You have to be in need of yourself. If you are seekers, if you want to find your roots, everything is available for you. But you have to be humble to go down to the roots. Not with arrogance. We must understand why we are not progressing. Actually, arrogance comes to people who lack self-confidence. Self-confidence is shattered to people whose self is not manifesting. Let yourself manifest. When the self is not manifesting, you get all kinds of problems and then you complain. Actually, the problem resides within you. It is God who has to complain. Think of it. The one who has created this universe. The one who has created you all with such love and affection. The one who has given you everything under the sun. Also the one who has given you realization. Given you light. Everything that is possible. And you are complaining against him? You should not. Complain about yourself that I am not alright. I should be alright. Complain about it. Face yourself. like children when they face the mirror. They say, this is somebody else, but we believe. They never identify themselves with their own images that they see. They are identified with the image that they are. They don't create artificial images or don't dwell with images which are making them feel ego-oriented. They live with reality as it is. We are made like that. You see a camera. If it takes some photograph under a light which is not maybe some other color, the photograph could be different. Supposing I am wearing the red thing and supposing you put a light that is blue, this might start looking green. But human eyes will see always the same thing. It won't see something unreal. Camera can do all that. Camera can remove somebody's head and put somebody's head there. All these tricks are possible with camera, but not with human eyes. Whatever you see is the thing that, of course, you are drunk, then different. I mean, I'm saying of normal conditions, you see. In normal condition, you see what exactly exists. But if you are ego-oriented, you will never see yourself what exists. You will see some sort of a bloated, you see, you think yourself to be the king of God's heavens. You see. Can see if we want to. It's imagination. If you put your imagination like that, you can see yourself as anything, which is false, is absolute false. You are yourself. And you must see yourself, as your spirit. And spirit is the universal being, is the innocence, is the virgin within. Respect it. Respect that part of yours which is the virgin, still exists, because if it was not there, I could never have given you realization. Despite every attack, it existed there. Be sure on that point. If it had not existed, you could not have got your realization. So many of them, they are very proud. Oh, I don't feel anything, mother, it's nothing. There is to be more to be ashamed. Or at least to feel that you are missing something, isn't it? At least you should feel that you are missing if something is not alright. You should be alright. At least think like that. I should be alright, I am not alright. On the contrary, no, I didn't feel. Oh, what I didn't feel, I should feel. So the wisdom is the part that is innocence, complete wisdom. You find this among the villagers. Oh, very simple. They are not cunning in any way. You try to befool them and you will be amazed. At the end of it, you will find I am such a big fat fool myself. Try that with some rustic people who are very simple, matter of fact, who live with the mother soil. You will find that all those so-called intellectuals, if they try to befool a simple man like that, after half an hour, this educated and very MAD, PhD style will find that he is the biggest fool ever born. There's a saying in Sanskrit which is very common, Vidya vinayena shobhate. That is Vidya, even the knowledge, is decorated. Shobhate means gets its decorations, or what is Shobha? beautified.
Beauty, yes.
Is beautified only through humility. If there is an educated man, he has to be a humble person. If he is not a humble person, then he is not educated at all in any way. I don't know if I have told you a story about one saint was meditating and was blind. And a king came there and asked him, "Did you see some people around?" He said, "Yes. Yes, king, my king. Sit down. I saw your servant coming, and then your minister came in, and then the prime minister came in, and then now you have come." He said, "You are blind. How did you know?" "Through your meditation." He said, "No, common sense." He said, "What is the common sense?" He said, the servant came in. He said, "What, you are bogus fellow, sitting down here wasting your time." He gave me 2-3 abuses, used bad language. I said, "Have you seen any person here?" So I said, "No." Then the minister came in. He didn't abuse me, but he just asked me. Then the prime minister came. He said, "Sir," to me, must have been from England. I might have said also "thank you," perhaps. And then came the king. And he said that you are extremely humble. You first touched my feet. You sat down on the Mother Earth, waited for me to ask you, "What do you want?" And in a very humble way, you said, "If you have heard of people around you, because I'm blind, so you didn't say something that would hurt me in such a humble way if I could tell you, but at least 108 names of the Guru you took before you asked me this. So I knew you are the learned, you are the humblest, and so you must be the king. Otherwise, in those days, at least we never had kings or prime ministers who were box office actors." Even the public was so innocent that they would not accept such a nonsense. You see? So this was the difference. From this story we have to derive that the more we are learned into Vidya, into the technique of Sahaja, we have to be humble. That is our decoration. That is our certificate. That is the pass into the entrance of every human being. That is the way we are going to be very close to the other seekers. To be humble. To find out ways and methods of being humble. This is the key of Nirmala Vidya. How to be humble. By humility, you will not ever say, this is my bathroom, or this is my fruit, or this is my food, or this is my table, and this is my glass. Innocence gives you the strength to enjoy everything that is there. I mean, for me, sometimes I have to eat with boots, and sometimes I have to eat boots. Not only eat with them, but also eat them is the worst part. So, you also should not mind if there are people with boots. If they are arrogant, try to give them bandhans, try to control them through all these methods. But if you think by arguing with them, you will be able to manage them, it's an impossibility. So try Nirmala Vidya, and that is humility, which is the myelin sheath of vibrations. Like every nerve has a myelin sheath covering it, in the same way is the humility is the myelin sheath. If you are humble, you will win the battle. If you are not, you will be lost. Then the whole thing will become a joke for you. Absolute joke. If you are humble, you can see the stupid, the bhoots, and all the arrogant as clowns of this drama. Try to be humble with yourself and with me. With me is very important. You must understand that it is one of the conditions that Christ has put on you. So be careful. Dealing with me, I don't want you to be in any way rude to me, because I can't help it then. Till you are humble with me, everything is in my charge. But as soon as you are rude to me, somebody else, and so many of them, thousands of them, take charge. And then don't blame me for that, because you are my proteges. You are under my protection. Supposing you try to make holes in your roof and then say that the rain is coming in, what can you do about it? I mean, you have already made holes in your roof. The roof that was to protect you have made holes, now the rain has to come in. Then if you want that the roof still should protect you from the rain, then I must say you lack intelligence. That's what it is. So this is another warning. It's very embarrassing, but again, today is the day of embarrassment as it is. Because the Virgin is in embarrassed condition always. She is a bashful personality. She has to be bashful. She is embarrassed to say things which she does not want to say. Of course, that's a very sweet thing. Even there she is bashful. To say harsh things is a horrible stuff. So, let us worship our virginity within ourselves. Let us rise up to that. To mount that diamond of brilliance of our virginity in the setting of our humility. You can be angry with others, not with surgeons, not with even with others when it is absolutely required. But if you fight among yourselves and tell people about Sahaja Yoga, nobody is going to believe. And that is why today is the day when the Virgin Gauri sat down to worship Shiva. She made a Shivalinga and was sitting and putting her sindoor on that. That you look after this, which is the mark of my union with you. I leave it to you to look after to Shiva. You look after this. I surrender to you. For this, that's how the Gauri, your Kundalini, surrenders to the spirit. Now you look after this connection. I forget everything else. I leave it into your hands. Lift me up. You raise me up. I forget all that was me before. Everything I have dropped out. No other desire. But just lift me higher and higher. Make me yourself. The rest of it is not important. All other manifestations of these desires are over. Now I am absolutely surrendered to you, my spirit. Lift me higher and higher. Higher and higher. Away from all the things that were not the spirit. Make me complete spirit. Full spirit. Forget all that was there. That elevation, that ascent becomes a fast, quick trip. A very fast ascent. Just you can do it if you try at this moment and every moment to give up all that was not the spirit. Anything that goes against the spirit must be given up, and that is what is the pure desire. That's what it is, the Kundalini is the Virgin. Is to be absolutely one with the spirit. All the rest has no meaning. Has no value. This ascent, whatever may be your position, to whomsoever you may be married, wherever you are working, whatever is your situation, whatever may be your country, you are the spirit. And if you are raised aloft, you dwell in the beautiful kingdom of God, where all ugliness drops off. Like when the lotus opens out, all the mud drops out completely. In the same way, let my children become the fragrant, beautiful offerings of Sadashiva. May God bless you.
श्री माता जी, कृपा करके हम सबको आपकी समस्त शक्तियों को पहचानने की क्षमता प्रदान कीजिए और आपकी परम कृपा से वे सारी शक्तियां हम सब में स्थापित होने के लिए आशीर्वादित कीजिए। श्री माता जी, please bless us all with the capability to recognize all your divine powers and also bless us to establish these powers within us. We will all thank Shri Mataji for today's meditation and bow down at the lotus feet of Shri Mataji and take bandhan. हम सब श्री माताजी को आज के ध्यान के लिए धन्यवाद कहते हुए नतमस्तक होकर प्रणाम करेंगे और बंधन लेंगे।